up, everybody, and welcome back to Safari's Healing Channel. I'm your girl Safari, and I am going to be walking you guys through your money and your career, letting you know what's coming through for you for the month of September. Now, before we get started, make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button so you can get more of these videos coming at you, and make sure you don't miss any of the messages that are meant for you. And let's go ahead and jump straight in, okay? So first row here is the Death and Tower moment, along with the Strength card. These are three major arcanas, people, so I feel like there's a lot of major changes that are about to occur for you guys. With the Death and the Rebirth, I feel like there's an ending of an old cycle. So that you can lay hold of a new one ultimately. In the career, this is pretty much saying that something has to end, or something abruptly is about to end for you guys, whether you're about to quit a job, or maybe you get fired suddenly from a job that you're currently in, they're downsizing, whatever. I feel like there's a transformation that's about to take place for you guys, and there's a completion of a cycle that's going to occur for you guys to ultimately get what it is that you want. There's a transformation happening for you all, and this card is really just asking you to be flexible during this time, because when it occurs, change is it's uncomfortable, so a lot of people, when they see this card, they tend to tense up, like, oh my god, I don't know. So there is going to be a sudden ending to something so that you can ultimately lay hold to whatever it is that you're moving towards, right? But what I get from the Strength card is I feel like a lot of you guys have been wanting this change for a really long time, right? And that also ties into the Tower moment that's popping up for you guys. Whatever this is that's about to occur, it's something that isn't new. It's something that's been brewing for a really long time, right? So for some of you guys, you've been wanting to quit that job. You've been wanting something to change. You've been very unsatisfied and unfulfilled with whatever it is that you're doing currently. So, with the Strength card, I feel like a lot of you guys are using self-discipline, right? You're being very strategic about whatever it is your career goals are, and how you're going to put these steps forward in making that decision, or finally taking the dive if you're planning on quitting, or whatever it is. Some of you may still be kind of nervous ultimately about the decision, but the good thing about the Strength card is, even if you're nervous, even if you're scared, you're doing it nervous, you're doing it scared, you're still putting one foot in front of the other to get you to where you want to be. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you're taking the necessary steps to get there. You're planning out your money. And even if it's something as small as getting your health together, you guys are already putting the necessary plans in motion for you to get what you want. And that is going to bring about this Tower moment for you. So I feel like this is all tying in together, right? The Tower moment, you will experience something unexpected in your workplace. As I said before, if you currently have a job, you might end up losing that job. If you're trying to be an entrepreneur and you just started your own business, the Tower moment is going to bring new clients, new money, a lot of great new things and opportunities that you've already been working towards. That's what the Strength card is saying. You've already been using the strength that you need to complete this cycle. There's an infinity symbol here. There's an infinity symbol here. So you guys are completing something. Something is going to have to end in order for you guys to lay hold of whatever it is that you're trying to get to. So don't be afraid of that change. You guys are going to get what it is that you want. It's just going to cause a Tower moment. In order for something new to happen, something has to end. So, I think it's an amazing, this is really good energy, honestly. This isn't anything to be scared of. I feel like this is good, right? So in the next row, we have Swords. We have the Ace of Swords, we have the Five of Swords, and we have the, oh Lord, a hard time holding these cards. And we have the Nine of Swords. And what this tells me is you guys have been going through a tough time in your life. I feel like whatever it is that's coming, like I said, this is something that's been brewing for a really long time. Maybe you guys have been struggling to come up with a decision. Some of you guys have been going through something that's really causing you a lot of stress and anxiety and depression. It's been weighing really heavy on you guys because, you know, it's something that's been weighing heavy on you. It's something that's really, really causing you a lot of inner turmoil. And I feel like this is internal conflict for the most part. It's not anything outside of you. It's more of a mental strain that's been on you guys. You know, like I said, some of you all might have been going through some sort of depression. But here we have, you go from the Ace of Swords to the Nine of Swords to the 5. So I put it that way because I feel like a lot of what this death and rebirth is the ending of this depression and this cycle that you guys are going through. Like I said, this is more of an internal thing that you guys are going through. You feel stuck, you feel unsatisfied, you feel unfulfilled. Some of you may be, if this isn't in career, you may be feeling stuck in a relationship that isn't giving you any more of what you need. You feel like you're contemplating a lot. And notice how even in the Ace of Swords, there's that infinity symbol again. So you guys are wrapping this up. If this is a relationship, you guys are about to get this guy, the boo, okay? Or man or female, take it however you know, place it where it needs to go. But with the 5 of Swords, it's saying that, you know, you're going to win. You're ultimately going to win. And a lot of you, you know, your angels have really been working with you, trying to get you out of this depressive state. But it's just something that is starting to wrap up, right? Hence the death and the rebirth, right? The 5 of Swords is usually something about revolving around ego. This is a card of someone who wants to win at all costs. If this is involving your career, this may be somebody who in the workplace maybe is causing this turmoil, right? Somebody who's talking about you behind your back, somebody who's, you know, trying to win at all costs by undermining you, or it may be somebody in the workplace that's making you feel like, I'm just ready to go. I mean, you already were probably ready to go, but it may just be, you know, everything in that environment that's causing you all of this stress. Because even the 9 of Swords is symbolic of you reaching a climax, right? Like if you've been working on a job that you don't like and, you know, the workload is starting to pick up or whatever, it's starting to get to this point where you could usually stomach it. It's gotten to this place where it's like, I can't do it anymore. There's going to be some sort of breaking point for you that's going to cause this tower. And it's going to take strength for you to make that decision. It's going to force you to go deep within, right? Because again, I mean, you go from the 9 to the 5 or the 5 to the 9. So I feel like it's, if you guys are going through some sort of depressive time, it's starting to wrap itself up. Because even though there are swords on the board here, and that's a lot of internal conflict, that's a lot of emotions, that's intellect, that's symbolic of words also. So maybe you guys have gone through some sort of tower moment with someone that you're with, or you know, you might have gotten into some sort of altercation where you guys exchange words that really caused you to, it hurt. It hurt. Ace of Swords is also symbolic of truth. It may have been something that you didn't want to hear, but it may have been something that you needed to hear in order for you to make that change, because I feel like otherwise you wouldn't have made it. You wouldn't have made it. And if this is a relationship, then it's something is going to end. In order for something else to pick up, it has to. And as I said before, I feel like this is the end of a very tough time. Maybe you guys were in between making a decision of staying or leaving or what have you. but it's coming to an end. You guys are going to end up getting what it is that you want, but this is a fair warning too. I want you guys to be very mindful of how you end it, right? Just because something is ending doesn't mean that you need to win at all costs, right? Mind your words. Mind your words on how you end up wrapping up this situation. Because even in this Five of Swords, yes, you know that it's time to go. Yes, you know it's time to wrap up this. But if you can see here, there's almost like a trail of blood leading to his success. So, you know, do you really want to win the battle over the war? Don't burn the bridge. Don't burn bridges is what I'm trying to say. Be very mindful of that, because ultimately what this means is, you know, watch out. Watch out for the people around you. Watch out for the environment. Watch your words. Be very smart and strategic with how you end up making this next move, because it's going to be very important. What you do now is going to show up later. It may come back to haunt you and bite you in the butt, or it could propel you forward. It's up to you. There's a saying that goes, just because you graduate, don't burn the whole schoolhouse down. You know, and what that saying pretty much means is, you know, just because you won or just because you left or whatever doesn't mean that you need to tear everything down in the process, right? So be mindful of that. You guys are going to end up getting what it is that you want, but it's going to take strength and consistency. And also what you got here is the Ace and the Six of Pentacles. And what this tells me is, for some of you guys, if you are trying to be an entrepreneur, starting your own business, or just make that change in your career and your money, you know, you're going to end up getting it. But the Six of Pentacles is symbolic of give and take. But be mindful. It's not always an equal give and take, right? Someone can come in and help you financially. Someone from your past or something could happen to where you end up getting what it is that you want, but it's an unequal give and take. Some of you guys may end up getting exactly what you tried to manifest before in terms of your money and your finances. But if you get that and you still have that same lack mindset that you had before, it's going to put you back in the same position. So you guys really need to be mindful of the steps that you are taking, because the Ace of Pentacles is symbolic of, you know, your success. You are going to get it. Yes. That promotion that you want, yes, you guys are going to get it. That new job, yes. That new house, that new home, that new car, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, yes, you are going to receive it. But be mindful. Be very mindful of the steps that you take once you do receive it. You know, the Nine of Swords is also symbolic of, you know, sabotage, as well as the Five of Swords. There could be a lot of self-sabotaging here. You could be talking yourself out of your own blessing and you wouldn't even know it. Because actually all swords is symbolic of truth. It's a sword of truth. And it's a double-edged sword. So be mindful of whatever it is you put out, because whatever you put out is going to come back to you. If you think that, you know, gloating and whatever and stepping on everybody else to get to your success is going to get you to where you need to be, you better think again. Because what you put out is what you're going to get back. If you are getting money from someone and you're still ungrateful, or, you know, what have you, then, you know, you're not going to get what it is that you want. Some of you got, or you may get it, but it won't last. And with the Six of Cups here, it already looks like you guys are very unfulfilled or very nostalgic, looking back into the past to try to see what it is that will ultimately bring you what you want. But just be mindful, guys. This is a little bit of a warning. You know, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. So yes, you guys have money coming in. Yes, you have a great opportunity coming in, but it's going to take consistency. It's going to take truth. It's going to take honesty. And it's ultimately going to take you taking the first dive and being consistent. This opportunity is symbolic of something starting, but it also is symbolic of commitment. So whatever it is that you start, be committed. Be committed and allow yourself to move forward in your truth. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you next time. Bye.